Hey everybody, Shelagh Cummins here. I received a Hey Shelagh, which is a hashtag Hey Shelagh, where people tag me and post when they have a question about their business. And one that I've gotten a couple times in the last couple weeks is a cash flow management system where you're managing the money coming into your business and going out of your business in a way that's going to allow you to be proactive instead of reactive. When you're in a reactive state, you're always trying to catch up and you're always catching your tail, and there's always a bill due, and then that drains your account, and then you get to build up a little bit of a buffer in your account, and then something else happens and down it goes. So having a cash flow system is a really beneficial infrastructure when it comes to the financial health of your business, and more importantly, not just the financial health, but the mental health too. Here's how it works. If you have money days twice a month, be it on the 15th or 30th or whatever 2 days work for you, the 1st and the 15th, somewhere in the middle and somewhere at the beginning or end of the month, doesn't really matter, you choose to. And on those money days, you have a look at all of the revenue that's come in and you track it. You track where it came from, you track how you got it, you track where it's needed, and then we pay out and we flow it out of our business or into different areas of our business on those 2 days. There are a couple main accounts that I suggest you have in your business. One is a profit account. Profit is what is left over after all your expenses and you have been paid. Profit is not what you pay yourself. When you dedicate a percentage of your revenue to your profit, then you are running a business that can begin to accrue wealth or grow money around it and not be so slammed all the time in terms of going paycheck to paycheck or dollar in to dollar out. So assign a percentage to profit. It doesn't have to be a huge percentage. It could be as small as 1%, 10%, 5%, 15%. Whatever you can manage is where that goes. And that goes first so that you are running a profitable business. Number 2, we need a tax account. The 2 things in life that are an absolute for certain is death and taxes. You are going to have to pay the tax guy. So assign a percentage of that revenue to go into your tax savings account, and I suggest that it's in an account that you can't see every day, because sometimes when we see the money, we think that it's available to us. We put it away. 20%, 25%, 30%. You decide on the percentage. What it means is that come April, when taxes are due, you're already going to have a proactive bucket of money ready to go to pay that bill. If you have surplus in that account at tax time, fantastic. You get to assign that money somewhere else or just keep it for the following year. Having that tax account is the second bucket. The third bucket is your paycheck. You assign yourself a percentage of whatever revenue comes in, somewhere between 20, 30, 50 is as high as I've seen it. 50 can sometimes be a little bit high, but assign a percentage in terms of what you're going to take and give to yourself. Then we need an operating cost budget. This is the cost of you doing business. If you have a lot of subscriptions or automated payments, that falls into the operating cost budget, and you assign a dedicated amount to go into that bucket so that you're always able to pay the next month's payroll. Any costs that you have coming up. Maybe you know that you need to do a website next year, so start saving for it now. That goes into your operating cost bucket. And then once you've got your taxes, your self-paid, your profit bucket, your operating cost bucket, you can see what's left. What it means is that we actually don't take 100% out of our business that we put in. So just because you've made $100 doesn't mean you get to pay yourself $100. You're probably only going to pay yourself about a third. If you're being really aggressive, you can pay yourself a third of what you bring in. That cash flow system is a way that's going to allow you to shift from being reactive, where you're always trying to pay everything, to being proactive, where you have enough for what it is that you need. Another bucket, if there is a debt around there, we need to be addressing that within one of those buckets. And our goal is to not add to it. So we need to bring our budget down to meet our baseline income, which is the minimum amount that you can bring in each and every month. And in order to figure out what that is, go back through your last 9 months and look for an average income. An average low income, I'm not even going to go there. An average income is what you know how to bring into your business each and every month without having to do drastic hustling or make huge moves. So figure out what that baseline is, and then that is what our budget's going to be based on. And then if you have a great month, that's called your top line, and that money gets allocated in different places. Ballpark. Shift to buckets and being to proactive. Profit, taxes, operating costs, probably there's some debt repayment in there if you have business debt. Personal, within there, there's going to be automated payments to your debt so that that's being addressed, and we're not going to add to it. So if we can't pay cash, we've got to think really long and hard about whether that's the right move for us. And then just having a little bit of a rainy day fund. When you can build that slush fund up around you or create more than just zero in your bank accounts, you can breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief and know that you are totally in control of your money. And I suggest having 2 money days a month where you go and track the revenue and then assign the different percentages to the different accounts, and also maybe do your expense bookkeeping that day. Anyway, I hope that answers the Hey Sheila. If it doesn't, just send me a PM or an email or a tweet or a LinkedIn message, or just send me a bat signal and I will help you with it. Thanks. Have a great day.